Alright. And where to begin? A better spot to begin than Castlevania, if you ask me. No idea how long this is going to be. One moment. Okay. Hey, Belle. Starting off with some Castlevania. My collector's edition finally came, so I'll be playing this. I hope the audio is fine. I can't seem to turn it up any higher. I don't have any options for audio here. I can turn myself up a little bit. That should be good. Yeah, I'm more concerned about the game audio because it's a little low for me, and I cannot actually turn the audio up for it any higher in OBS. Not quite sure why. Oh, have you ever seen Castlevania before? Like, the gameplay? Gotcha. Yeah, you probably know this already, but I fucking adore the Castlevania series. At some point, I wouldn't mind just having every game in the series just to have. Because I really just love this series. And nobody hates Konami more than Castlevania fans. Except probably Silent Hill fans and Metal Gear Solid fans. And Contra fans. And Bloody Roar fans. And Bomberman fans. Pretty much every IP owned by Konami. The fans of them hate Konami. Also, with the moonwalking I'm doing, it doesn't actually benefit me, it's just funny. I don't know why the game lets you do it. Yeah, Konami can eat a dick. One of the main people behind Platinum Games, Hideki Kamiya, actually threw Konami under the bus when he was asked about NFTs because he said, if it smells like money, Konami is there. Because Konami announced plans to do NFTs. And in fact, they actually released some. So I don't know how much you know about the old games, but getting good at the old games is all about keeping the cross with you at all times. What do you think about NFTs? One of these is a knife, and I don't want to hit it. But I don't remember which one is the knife. I believe it's this one. The only NFTs I deal in are nice fucking tits. That's actually a good one. My dad said NFTs are non-functional Teslas. Alright, well that's not quite what I wanted. I've actually beaten this game on an actual SNES. It's one of the easier Castlevanias. Be careful the Muscultists don't hear that. I'm not afraid of them. Dealt with my fair share of Musk fans. The funny thing is, I don't know how that spider didn't hit me, but okay. The funny thing is, it is actually a known fact that Musk fans are the most gullible fucking people on the internet, which is why NFT scam artists go after Musk fans. It's almost poetic. Also, I just want to make it clear, I will probably not be finishing this game on stream. I have a good portion of the game Oh my god. This poor guy, he's stuck. Oh, time to put him out of it. Oh, that didn't kill him. Okay. Actually, there's some stuff over there I want. I will probably not be finishing this game on stream because I do not know how to do the later games or later stages very well, so I'll just go as far as I'm willing to go. I haven't decided what all I'll be playing on stream. All I know is I'll be playing some of the Castlevania games in this collection, and I will probably be playing the SNES version of Aladdin, because that is a game I can finish in like 20 minutes, because it's very short and very fun. Everything else will just be when I decide to do it. Tempted to open up Pac-Man Museum Plus at some point on stream, because it's been a while since I last played it, and I could go for some Pac-Man. That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of these older games, you can beat them in like an hour if you know what you're doing. The thing is, they are very, very replayable. And that's one thing that I don't like about a lot of modern games, is a lot of modern games don't really have any replay value. Okay, that could have been bad. It's like Horizon Zero Dawn. I love that game. It's a great game. But it's a game I'm probably only going to play once, maybe twice. Meanwhile, I have lost count at the amount of times, I have played through Mega Man X. I have beaten Mega Man X basically once every couple of months for the past few years, and that's true for Super Metroid as well. Oh my god, is that actually a strat? Yeah, see, that's also the other thing, is I have a completionist's mindset, so when I see all those collectibles, my brain goes, oh, I must get them all. And then I feel sad when I'm on my 300th hour and I've still got 20% of the collectibles left. I hate it. It's so exhausting. There's just like no point in collecting everything. I didn't actually need that, but whatever. The points are nice. Shit! It's fine, that doesn't actually damage me. Another one up already. Jesus. I would recommend the Castlevania games to you, but I don't actually think they're your kind of game. Even the more recent ones. I don't think you really play many Metroidvanias, and I know you don't play platformers. If you do ever decide to play Castlevania, if you want to play the classic ones, this is a perfect one to start with because it is the most accessible. You have infinite continues. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Those spikes are an instant death, so if I touch them, I die. Yeah, with the Castlevania games, spikes are usually instant death. Alright, one of the things coming up is an item I do not want to grab. So I need to be careful what candles I hit. And I believe it's that one up there. I can ignore you. I can't exactly speedrun this game, but I do have a lot of things memorized, so I just usually know what candles not to hit. Because when I was a kid, I actually started with the Super Nintendo, not the N64. The N64 was the first console that was bought for me, but it wasn't the first console I ever played, because I played on my sister's SNES first. And this is one of the games that she owned. So this was one of the first games I ever played. And that's probably why I'm so attached to the Castlevania series. Alright, it's fine. As long as I don't die, there should be a chicken leg coming up. I think one of those broke at the top. I've never seen that happen before. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna really make this slow down. Oh, that didn't. That's lame. I played on my cousin's Genesis. They had like Streets of Rage 2 and probably some other stuff. We had a computer with some shit, but I really only remember StarCraft. Brother got a PS2 when that came out. Yeah, honestly, Genesis is not a bad console to start with when you're a kid. The Genesis was a really cool console. I also remember when my dad came home with a PS2 in 2001, I think? I barely remember that period. Who the fuck is blasting music out there? What the hell? God, I hate this neighborhood. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but my windows were vibrating a moment ago because of some dick shitter playing music at an absurd volume. I don't exactly live in the best neighborhood. Something that gang members like to do here is they like to drive by blasting music from their gang. So, it's basically a way of messing with someone else's turf, is they just play their own gang's music to basically say fuck you to the gang that has the, No! I didn't want that. Oh yeah, it's like trash. It's the trashiest rap you can imagine. Gotta say, never felt threatened here. Never once. Just gotta act like you belong. And my neighborhood isn't even like the shadiest neighborhood in Chicago. There are worse neighborhoods. I won't specifically say where in Chicago I'm from on stream, but when we're in Discord later, I can be a little more clear about that. All right. Yep. There we go. Yeah, I did not want the knife, so I have to get the fucking power-ups back, but it's fine. What? Oh, not this shit again. Okay. I was playing this the other night, and I was doing amazingly bad. It's cool, big cities are scary to a good old country boy like me. Oh, this is gonna be one of those nights. Alright, I don't know where the next cross is. This just got a lot harder. Since you've never played Castlevania before, out of all the sub-weapons, the dagger is the weakest. I want the cross because it's the strongest and acts like a boomerang, which is very useful. The dagger is a single-use projectile. And it's got the same amount of power as an unupgraded whip. Which is to say, it does 1 tick of damage instead of 3. Actually, wait. There we go. The axe is better for this boss fight coming up anyways. I believe there's another chicken leg around here. I think it is above me. You're going to get in my way, so you're going to die. Why does it exist? I don't know. Uh-oh. I gotta be careful here, because if I take damage from these crows at a bad angle, they are going to send me straight off into my death. But if you take damage on the stairs, you don't move, because there's no knockback from that. There we go. Alright, I'm essentially back where I was with the health, so that's not exactly what I wanted. Yeah, most of the sub-weapons in Castlevania have been consistent throughout the series. The Holy Water, for whatever reason, has different properties in different games. Usually it just throws a small AoE thing below you, which is sometimes useful. Alright, I didn't mean to do that. In Castlevania 64, it throws basically a wall of holy fire in a straight line, and it is so busted. Alright. It's basically required for the boss fights, because it deals constant damage. It's really good. It's like the one game where the holy water is actually really good. Normally, you'd want the cross. Bustin', 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 bustin'. Well, there's something weird sleeping in your bed. Let me tell you something. Well, there's something strange sleeping in your bed. Let me tell you something. I should just buy mouth modes. I love how Neil Cicierega has been, like, a constant presence on the internet, and every couple of years he comes out with something amazing. Because he did Brody Quest. He did the Potter Puppet Pals. He did Ariel Needs Legs. He was Lemon Demon. And, of course, he did mouth modes. Literally, every few years he comes out with another, viral hit. And my favorite interaction I've ever seen with him... Okay. is when JonTron congratulated him on mouth moods, and Neil immediately responded with, "Aren't you the guy who said the R slur to a journalist?" And I think JonTron blocked him. Oh, this boss. Okay, this is not great. I do not have a strat for this fight, so I just have to pray that I can damage him faster than he can damage me. Okay. By the way, that boss at Red Skull is actually a reoccurring boss. He's in a few other games. So, I like old tech, and I like old games like this just because there's some interesting tech behind them. I don't know how much you know about the SNES's hardware, but this room is actually a big deal for its time. Because the SNES was the first console to be able to do Mode 7 and scale and rotate sprites. Uh-oh. Yep. I figured. So, you can have rooms rotate, and you can do a lot of really cool effects with sprites changing size and being scaled and rotating and all that. This game has a lot of really cool effects with that hardware in mind. One of the bosses is a giant golem who shrinks as you damage him, and the way they did it was they actually made him the background of the fight, and there's just a hitbox following his body. There's also a room that is a giant rotating cylinder, and another room that has a bunch of swinging chandeliers. And the swinging chandelier room is probably the most iconic room in this game. I actually don't know what you're talking about because I never got that far in Chrono Trigger, but probably. The pseudo 3D stuff you see in racing games like Super Mario Kart and F-Zero, that's Mode 7. That has to do with manipulating backgrounds. So here's the rotating cylinder room. Certain effects are going to slow this down because of how much power is being used to just rotate the room like this. So this effect, this is Mode 7. If you're into old tech, it is a really cool thing for this hardware. The Genesis cannot scale and rotate sprites and can't do Mode 7, so whenever you see fancy Genesis effects, keep that in mind. That goes for any treasure games like Dynamite Headdy and Gunstar Heroes that had a lot of really cool effects in them. This room can eat a dick. And that Golem Boss I mentioned is actually coming up. He's right after this room. I don't have a strat for him either, so this might not go well. Alright, so I need to go down there, and I need to not get crushed by this. Okay, we're good. These spikes are also instant death. Yeah, I figured. Just hug this and hold right. Now we just need to get through here. So I'm probably just going to keep playing this until I game over. And I probably will game over. I have never gotten through this whole game in one sitting. Here's the Golem Boss. So yeah, keep in mind the way they did this. This Golem, who's about to show up, that is the background. I am most definitely dying here. Oh, fucking change the... Oh god. Oh! I was robbed. Oh my god. Yeah, like I said, I don't have a strat for that fight. He can eat a dick. I do not want this bat to follow me through here, so I'm gonna have to wait for him to despawn. Hopefully he does. Alright, go off screen, please. Alright. Also, I never noticed this, but the background for this part of this room is, I think, just directly copied from the NES Castlevanias. That looks like the second level of the first game. Oh, good health. Alright. Oh, buddy. Please go the other way. Ow. There we go. God, that boss can eat a dick. I think he shows up in some of the later Castlevanias as a mini-boss or regular enemy. I think he's just called Golem. Or Stone Golem, something like that. I don't know what it is about headsets that make me yawn. I mean, maybe I need to start drinking coffee before stream. Die, please. Thank you. I believe the little shits they're dropping are called Fleamen. Brain radiation? I sure hope not. By the way, even if you don't like the Castlevania games, the anime is worth watching. It's really good. I think you can easily enjoy it without having too much knowledge of the games. Because, I mean, it's based on Castlevania 3, which didn't really have much of a story. All you need to really know is... How many times is this going to happen? All you really need to know is the Belmonts are the good guys and the vampires are the bad guys, except for Alucard, who's a good guy, because he's half vampire. But that would have been a whole lot more useful if there were actually enemies on screen. Just set my air conditioner fan real quick, because it's a little too cold in here. How bad is the heat for you? It was disgusting here. Stepped outside for like 30 seconds and I was already sweating. Humid as fuck and it's hot. It's supposed to be like that for the next few days. Yeah, I figured. Chicago summers don't play around. They never used to be this bad, though. Fuck. This is basically where my run starts breaking down, so I'm probably going to be losing a lot of lives here. For you. That's a heart. You know what, I'll just... Ow. Oh god. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yep, I'm dying. Yep. It never used to be this hot over the summer when I was younger. I definitely remember it being a little more tolerable. Ooh, extra life. That's good. Like, I can barely work outside in this weather before I get a headache from the heat. And if you start getting a headache from the heat or the humidity, that is a very good sign that you need to stop right then and there. Because that's the first sign of heat exhaustion. I just don't do well in warm weather. I never have. Oh god, fucking. Oh, it is not. We are literally, though, in a political climate where the New York Times put out an article telling people what the symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke are. And there were some boomers in the comments literally saying, oh, this generation is so sensitive, who cares? I'm like, buddy, it's your funeral. Well, that was... That's not quite what I wanted. I've heard where people refer to it as social media brain rot. I've often wondered if social media has made everyone dumber, or if we were... Oh! Almost went right off there. I often wonder if social media has made us dumber, or if people were just always like this and we didn't know because of social media. I got greedy. Oh, why am I back here? Yeah, I don't want to be here. This is where the game starts getting really hard, because there's a lot of enemy patterns you got to be careful of. There's a fly in here. Yeah, I think you're right. Social media has definitely made conspiracy theories a little harder to ignore. Because they get amplified, and people are so stupid that they think that if someone's getting disbarred from, like, medicine or the law, that clearly they must be telling the truth. Oh yeah, it's no longer funny because now it's actually dangerous, especially when you got people like Alex Jones. Oh, that was almost bad. Yeah, we've basically reached beyond parity at this point. Satire is dead and we sit on its corpse like a throne. This room can eat a dick. I would like to hit the bit. I'm going to die. Yep. Why? I was talking with someone in another server and I'm craving potbelly right now. I haven't had a potbelly sandwich in forever. I love potbelly. Oh my god. I would like to kill both of these. Oh my god. This run is going terribly. Yeah, let me not break that. Just... I'm gonna be here forever. Well, not really, because I said I'd quit when I game over. Ow. Excuse me. I'm burping an awful lot. Oh my god. Oh, it just got a lot harder. Fuck. I don't know why I thought I was out of range of that. Not quite what I wanted, but I'll take it. I don't know what those orbs are called, but I do not like them. Ah, good. Chimkin. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. I believe the men and women in this room, the enemies, were repurposed for the ballroom ghosts in later games. Like, come to think of it, I think one of the bosses here is actually a ballroom ghost. I was holding up. Alright, well, that was a game over, so that's it for Castlevania 4. Let me just do that real quick. The ballroom ghost bullets. Bit mad that I didn't come up with that. Alright. Actually, I think that's it for Castlevania. I'm going to swap over to different game. So, actually, can I actually play this yet? Hold on. I'm assuming no. If it's doing this, I'm assuming I can't. Yeah, man. Bro, it either works or it doesn't. Why is it taking so long? Nope. This was the game I was intending to stream today, but it's just not available yet, even though it's supposed to come out today. Where did... Yeah. Just swap controllers. And do Aladdin. Also, yes, I have a lot of games. I'm aware. That's just kind of what happens. I'm assuming this won't trip copyright stuff. I don't want to continue. So this is actually, unironically, one of my favorite SNES games because it's a really, really good platformer. There was a period where Disney actually had a lot of really good games, and that is no longer the case. Ow. Okay. Give me that. Do they even make games anymore? Kind of. If you don't count Marvel and Star Wars, they really only make mobile games now. They kind of sort of shut down Disney Interactive to focus exclusively on mobile games. Wait, I don't know. I mean, I've kind of become disillusioned with Disney right now. I actually don't know how much more I'll be able to tolerate the MCU at this point because I think I'm starting to get tired of it. But they used to make some pretty good games, and I did used to like their movies for a while. Just kind of got disillusioned once I realized every single thing they do is because of money. Literally, that's all they care about. Yeah, like, it's... For me, it's... I only really go out of my way to watch the MCU because, like, I've made it this far into the franchise. I just might as well keep going. But I wonder, how much longer that'll last. There's a one-up around here somewhere, or I could be mistaken. There it is. Yeah, it feels like a lot of their current phase stuff is just throwing characters in randomly. I'm sure they'll all come together at some point. Yeah, I kind of missed that too, honestly, because that was a really cool thing about the lead up to Avengers was leading into the next character. Yeah, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I like some of the Disney Plus shows so far. I really liked Miss Marvel and Loki. And I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But eventually the market's just going to be oversaturated and everyone's going to stop caring. That's kind of what they're doing with Star Wars. Is they've got so many shows for Star Wars. And it feels like they're just doing it for the sake of flexing the IP. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of Lucas personally, but he at least had a plan. Or at least pretended to. Yeah, and keep in mind, I already don't like Star Wars all that much, but I feel like maybe I should just watch the old movies again. I know the sequels are terrible, and the sequels don't have, like, any coherency between them. Oh, excuse me. First boss of the game. Oops. I think this game only really has 2 bosses. I do have rewind turned on. I'm going to try not to use that. So bad it's good. Is that what you mean? Yeah, I mean, the prequels were visually very appealing, aside from the dated CG. Whoops. But, they're not all that great, honestly. I actually think the Phantom Menace is fine. It's really the other two that are a problem. I haven't watched a Star Wars movie in a very long time, though, so I genuinely don't remember the prequels all that well. Uh-oh. Come here. Well, there goes that bonus. I'm going to just do that real quick because that actually ate my input. Attack of the Clones is rough, very rough. Could have done with a lot better with trying to portray the romance stuff as purposefully awkward rather than just bad acting. Battle at the end is sick, though. Yeah, I actually don't remember... Oh, Joshua Hassett, thank you for the follow. That was a bit delayed on my end. But, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, this level can be a little tricky. I'll take it. Yeah, I don't remember what the hell was up with, Padme and, Anakin's romance, but I never really liked it. Also, the age difference, they're like 5 years apart, which I suppose isn't all that bad. Well, like, from what I remember, in episode 1, they're still essentially hitting on each other, despite the fact that Anakin is, like, 9. Super awkward. The dialogue is trying to be Shakespearean and stuff, but it's just cringe in the moment. Yeah, I can see that. Oops. Oh, come on. It has been a while. I was kind of going off of Weird Al's song. The Saga Begins. It's been a long time since I saw the Star Wars prequels. I barely remember them. I don't remember the third movie much at all. But I think I've only seen it once. We actually have the original trilogy on Laserdisc, which is the only official way to watch it unedited. But I've only watched it, or all three of them, once. Alright. I see how it is. I've only watched all three of them once because we currently do not have a functional Laserdisc player, and my dad never really decided it was worth tracking down one. Yeah, we actually have a lot of cool Laserdisc related stuff. Well, what I'm about to say is cool depending on how you look at it. One of the most infamous Disney films is called Song of the South. It has never been released on home video because Disney tried to distance themselves from the film because it is a very racist film. However, it was released on Laserdisc in Japan. We actually have the Japanese Laserdisc version. It is English language with Japanese subtitles. I have no idea if it works because I've never seen it. My dad only bought it because he thought there would be no other way to get the film, since there's no other home video version. It is only on a Japanese Laserdisc. Yeah, the funny thing is, despite the fact that they tried to distance themselves on the film, when Disney put out those Disney sing-along videos in the 90s, they actually included songs from Song of the South on the VHS tapes, because I remember them. I also distinctly remember a few songs that were made up for the sing-alongs, like Never Smile at a Crocodile, which is for Peter Pan. Which is a Disney film I've never seen. I have never watched Peter Pan. If I could... Well, maybe if I wasn't holding run all the time, I'd stop walking off these platforms. I've literally never seen Peter Pan. I've never seen Pocahontas, either. I don't want to, though. That's not what I meant to do, but that works. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore those red gems. I don't actually know what the red gems do, because I've only gotten them all for a level once, and I forgot what the reward was. So the funny thing is, there's actually not much left to this game, if I remember correctly. There's the Friend Like Me sequence coming up. And then I think it just cuts straight to the final sequence of the film, where Jafar got the genie. So I mean, yeah, true. Oh, the lava cave though. The worst part hasn't actually come up because there's another part of it. And it's probably the hardest sequence in the game. Because if I remember correctly, you only get 1 hit point for the next sequence. Yep. Here we are. I believe I only get 1 hit point. I do not want to test that. So I need to be very careful. Touching the floor and ceiling will kill me, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this one's rough. You kind of gotta position yourself in the center of the screen, because you're safe from the lava if you do that, and it gives you enough time to react to the floor and ceiling. Because you don't want to stick too close to the right side, because you run the risk of smacking into the floor or ceiling. So the safest spot is in the middle. Huh. I made that look a lot easier than it actually is. Interesting. Fun fact, the original story of Aladdin took place in China, not wherever it currently takes place. A lot of people don't realize Aladdin originally was about China. But when the story was originally written, a lot of people conflated China with the Middle East. Just because at the time, not a lot of people knew about or knew what China was like, so they just assumed, oh, well, if it's more Eastern than the Middle East, it has to be the same. When it clearly wasn't. I learned about that in my Asian history class when I was going to college the first time. This level is also pretty fun. Oh! Whoops. It is probably the most iconic level in the game. I am not accepting that. Yeah, this is where the level design really shines in this game. Well. That almost ended very badly. I'm going to have a friend like me stuck in my head for the rest of the night. Yeah, if I wasn't holding down the run button the whole time, this wouldn't be as much of an issue. But it is the most efficient way to play the game. Like, I'm no professional speedrunner, but once I've beaten the game and I start replaying it, I like to try to beat it as quickly as possible. It's because it's fun. It's fun to do that. Just be more efficient, learn the game better. It's enjoyable to me, at least. Oh, good. One-ups. There is actually a Genesis version of Aladdin, which is a completely different game because it was made by a different company. In that one, Aladdin actually has a sword. And it's got some really good character animations for the Genesis, but I don't like it as much. It's not bad, I just prefer this one. So, it looks like Capcom Arcade's Second Stadium, the game that I wanted to play tonight, is coming out tomorrow instead. But I won't be streaming it tomorrow because I will be playing Clubhouse games with my brother and Paul is Dead. I'm not going to say his real name on stream, but you know what I mean. I'm not doing anything particular. Yes, meow. Meow indeed. I'm so glad I got the second monitor set up. Is my other monitor bigger than this one? It should be the same. Oh yeah, this sequence is a thing. This introduces some new variations of enemies that I've already encountered. That is the wrong way. That's also a really short level for whatever reason. I don't know if I told you, but yesterday Bandit, or Gala, he bit my arm. I actually have a nasty mark on my arm where he bit me. Because he flew at me, and I raised my arm up so he would land on my arm instead of my head. And when he landed on my arm, he clamped down on my arm with his beak and started shaking his head back and forth, or side to side. He was really going at me. Yeah, God damn it. He gets agitated at night, and I don't know why he was out in the first place, because it was past the point where he gets really agitated. Birds just do that. I'm not mad at him because he's too cute for me to stay mad at. But it hurt. I don't know what Angel Thump is, but it's not displaying on my end. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh! No, 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 no. You know what? Fool me twice, shame on me. Pain is just weakness leaving the body. I mean, fair, I guess. What is pain if not strength persevering or something? I don't know. Both of these levels were pretty short. Oh yeah, the spikes in this game are not instant death. Unlike Castlevania. You know what, I forgot about this moment. I don't know why there's ow. Level like this, because I do not remember that from the film. Yeah, I got sniped. Here's the bonus level. You can't lose this level. It's just a nice way of getting a bunch of extra gems. If you get 100 gems, you actually increase your life counter. So it is useful to collect them. Not life counter, health counter. Oh, they're down below, aren't they? Yep. There we go. I haven't watched Aladdin in so long. Speaking of Aladdin, what is with Disney, like, trying to remake so many of their animated films with live action? Like, what purpose does it serve aside from just continuing the copyright? Because none of the remakes are good, from what I know. They're all worse than the originals. Yeah, I mean, that's just how Disney works, really, is having a firm grip on those copyrights. Oh yeah, the CG Lion King. Apparently the reason why none of the animals in the, not live action, but that Lion King, the reason why none of the animals were expressive when they were talking is because the director didn't like how expressive they were in the Jungle Book. It is most certainly not live action. Okay, so these are spikes. By the way, this is the last stretch of the game. There's like 1 or 2 levels left and then the Jafar boss fight. And Jafar is not really all that hard. Alright. Oh, it's not realistic, but it looks better, though. I don't understand film. There's also the problem that Hollywood is incapable of making anything cute. Everything's got to be, like, tough and serious at all times. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Like the Monster Hunter movie, they made the felines absolutely hideous instead of making them cute like they're supposed to be. Of course, that movie had a lot of other problems. This level can be kind of hard sometimes. You got one up. Alright, that should cook that. There was no item. That's not very good. I'm just gonna have to ignore that. Yep, that's fine. What if humans were the real monsters? That's just real life, though. So, Jafar can be kind of a bitch sometimes. Yeah, he's definitely being a bitch right now. Yep, I figured. Checkpoint should throw me pretty close to here, though. Yeah, it's literally just outside of here. The second phase is actually easier than the first phase because you get a lot of opportunities to damage him. How many times is that going to happen? God. Oh, that actually damages me. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. I jumped. This fight's not hard, I say. It'll be easy, I say. The second phase is easier, I say. How many times am I gonna do that? many times am I gonna do that, too? What? Oh, 4. Well, fuck you, too. Yeah, not taking my chances there. Oh my god. Not taking chances. Oh, for fuck's sake. I normally do not struggle this much with this fight. It's not even really that hard. I just keep screwing up over and over again. Okay, that was bullshit. Oh my god. You know what? No, 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 no. No. Enough. Come on. You've got my piercing gaze upon you. I looked away and I took damage. What else is new? Well, that works. Oh, no, no, no. I don't care if it's... This game is no longer one of my favorites in this games. It is actually a bad game. Very bad. Never play it. I bamboozled you. This game isn't actually good. I'm kidding. Kind of. It is actually a really good platformer, but this fight, I guess, is more annoying than I remember. How many Ow! God damn it, motherfucker. Alright, good enough. I'll take it. No. No! Oh, I just want to finish this. I want off this ride. You know what? Fine. I'll take it. Jesus Christ. I think that... Yes, that is a checkpoint. Okay. Okay. Good. I'm going into this next fight with only a single hit point, which is not a great position to be in. Oh, thank God. Chimkin. So this is the final fight, where Jafar transforms. Now this fight, from what I remember, isn't actually all that bad. As long as the eggs bounce the way you want them to. Why he's spitting out eggs, I do not know. Right, hopefully the flashes aren't going to be too bad. But you have a lot of opportunities to damage him. See? I think that's it. I will... Oh, I have to let this play out, so... Alright. You thought you could out... Oh, whatever. You're not as powerful as you think, Jafar. The genie has more power than you'll ever have. His power will not exceed mine for long. Genie, here is my third wish. Make me an all-powerful genie. I have no choice. Your wish is my command, Master. Yes, yes! I can feel the absolute power. The universe is mine to command. Wait, what is happening to me? Patootie. Jasmine, I'm sorry I lied to you about being a prince. I know you had to do it because of that stupid law. But I love you anyway. Bitch, you just met. No problem. Use your third wish, Master, and zap. You're a prince again. Jasmine, I love you too, but I can't pretend to be something I'm not. I understand. Genie, my third and final wish is for your freedom. Wow, I'm free. I'm free! Oh, does that feel good. Time to hit the road and see the world. Gosh, Genie, I'm sure gonna miss you. Me too, Al. No matter what anyone says, you'll always be a prince to me. Looks like we need a new law. From this day forward, the princess may marry whomever she chooses. Thank you, Father. I choose him, Aladdin. Just call me Al. Like Weird Al? This is wonderful. Come over here, guys. Big group hug. And now I'm out of here. Look out, world. Here I come. Alright, and now it's just the credits. So, as is usually the case, I will let the credits play out. So, this game was made by Capcom. This was not actually originally part of this collection. They added it in as DLC along with the Jungle Book games. The Genesis version was done by Virgin Media, or Virgin Interactive, which I think almost exclusively did Disney games. You hate when credits loop. I don't think I've ever played a game where the credits actually loop. Though I'm not actually sure what you mean by that. Oh yeah. It was very common in Japan at this time for members of studios to use pseudonyms or fake names. So that way they couldn't be poached by competing studios. That's why you see a lot of odd names in some of these games. For example, with Metal Slug, only 2 members of its development team have actually come forward and said they were part of the team. Because they all use pseudonyms at SNK. So no one actually knows who everyone else is. Yeah, it is nuts. Japan has laws about poaching, or at least at one point got laws about poaching employees from other companies because it was considered unfair competition if you can just poach everyone. And before they implemented that law, they just required everyone to use pseudonyms, so that way it wouldn't happen. It doesn't always stop it from happening, though, because from what I remember, when Kojima was booted from Konami, when he reformed Kojima Productions as an independent studio, he basically convinced all of his former team members from Konami to just leave and join him, which is essentially poaching. But they were already part of his team, so it wouldn't really be as bad of a thing. No, oh, there we go. Quit, no save. Alright. That'll be it for Aladdin. So, let's see what else I'm up for playing. I would love... Yeah, fuck Konami. I would love to play pinball, but I'm worried I might get some copyright issues with the licensed music. I can't even open up the Pinball Arcade because the main menu theme is Pinball Wizard by The Who. Literally, if I open it up, I'll get a fucking copyright strike right there. I didn't bring down my N64 controller. Oh, have you played Power Slave? You would probably like Power Slave. It's really good. It's basically Egyptian Metroid Prime before Metroid Prime was Metroid Prime. Like, there are a lot of similarities, and it's bizarre. Some of these require cartridges. Why do I have Cave Story in my retro folder? That shouldn't be there. I'm feeling some Pac-Man. Let's do Pac-Man. Where the fuck? Oh, there it is. I was never a huge fan of Pac-Man as a kid, but Pac-Man Museum Plus was a really fun collection to just dick around in. This contains 14 Pac-Man games. It's far from the whole collection. You have your own little mini arcade you can customize. It's actually pretty cool. So it includes Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Pac-Land, Pac-Mania, Pac-Man Arrangement, Pac-Man Battle Royale, Pac-Attack, Pac-in-Time, Pac-Man Arrangement, this is the PSP version, Pac-Man Championship Edition, Pac-Motos, Pac-and-Roll Remix, and Pac-Man 256. Yeah, it doesn't include Pac-Man 2. It also doesn't include Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man Jr., Baby Pac-Man, or Professor Pac. Some of those are part of the licensing issues with @Games. I actually don't know why it doesn't include Pac-Man 2. So let's start off with regular Pac-Man. And what sucks is Miss Pac-Man is the best of the original Pac-Man games. I'm not particularly good at Pac-Man. Never really have been. This game did let me appreciate Pac-Man a little more. But I've always loved Dig Dug and Galaga. They really need to make a Pac-Man museum, or not Pac-Man museum, Namco museum game with this little arcade thing where you can customize it. Because that's such a cool feature, and it's so, like, limited in this. Can y'all not fucking change direction? I've made it to level 5, I think, in the original. I've made it further in Pac-Man Arrangement. I've actually beaten Pac-Man Arrangement. Pac-Man Arrangement is amazing. It's actually, like, really, really good. Al, do you have a favorite Namco museum game, or just Namco arcade game in general? Uh-oh. Yep. Because there's a lot of Namco games out there. Well, honestly, if you don't like Galaga, you probably just don't like video games, because Galaga is just such a classic. And yeah, not a lot of people care for old arcade-style games anymore. They are, like, not. Look. A lot of them haven't aged well. Namco's have definitely aged the best, or at least some of them have, and I think some of Midway's games have aged just fine, like Robotron. I would love to have Robotron on Switch. Warner Brothers, if you're listening, please make it happen. God, I have so many Atari collections. There's just so many of them. That's all Atari really has anymore, is the back catalog. There's an extra life. What's your favorite Atari game? Mine is Missile Command. On Xbox 360, I actually was number 6 on the leaderboards for Missile Command at one point. That is one of my proudest achievements as a gamer. Yeah, I was dead either way. God, I haven't played Atari games in a while. Maybe I'll open up the Atari collection after I'm done with Pac-Man. Alright then. Interesting. I may have had that PC game, actually. Yeah, I think I actually had that at one point. Hold on. I wonder if I still have it. That's... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had that game. I think I actually remember that. God, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Did you ever play Humongous Entertainment's games? Like Pajama Sam and Freddy Fish? Yeah, I know a lot of people like Backyard Sports. That was actually my least favorite of their games. Just because it never worked on any of the computers I played it on. I know there was a lot of memes about one of the one of the characters. I think it was Pablo. Because if you have him highlighted for... God damn it. If you have him highlighted for a bit... despite the fact that his profile says he only speaks Spanish, he'll suddenly say, "Don't tell the other kids, but I actually speak English." God, I still have my CDs for Backyard Baseball. I should try to get them running. I did not want to do that. Alright. What's this do? Nothing. I've got a bin full of old CD games around here somewhere, though I may have actually consolidated them onto my bookshelf. If I can get them running, I was planning on doing a nostalgia stream at some point of just trying to play some of the old educational games I used to have as a kid. I still have them. God damn it. Alright, well that was a short session. But fuck it, I'll go another round. Because I had a bunch of old PC games that were all a bunch of minigame compilations. I've got a goddamn Furby pet sim. Because that was a thing. I've got a Hercules PC game that gave me nightmares as a kid. I have a Pinocchio PC game based on the live-action Pinocchio, which I think a lot of people forgot existed. That also gave me nightmares. I haven't watched the live-action Pinocchio in a very long time, but I have no idea who looked at that and thought it needed a PC game. I've got an Animaniacs PC game that I've actually never been able to get to work. If I can figure out a way of getting them running, I would love to do a stream of those. I thought that would work. Yeah, when PCs were catching on in the US, everyone was just making PC games for the hell of it. I remember when I didn't find Furbies to be terrifying. I loved Furbies when I was a kid. Looking back, they're fucking weird. Keep in mind, though, because Furbies have forward-facing eyes, that actually means they're predators. Just keep that in mind. Anything with forward-facing eyes is a predator. That also means the Muppets are predators. Oh, I know. It's just funny to think about. Overthinking children's media is like a national pastime of the internet. Have you seen long Furbies? I don't like how slow I am at the moment. Long Furbies are fucking terrifying. One of the VTubers I follow has a long Furby in her bedroom. And I don't know why. Come here, you little shits. Yeah, look up long Furby. Yeah, I don't know what possessed someone to make something like that. They were so preoccupied with whether they should, they never... They were so preoccupied with whether they could, they never stopped to think about whether they should. Well, I was actually holding down, but never mind, I guess. I mean, I enjoy grotesque media. It fascinates me. It's probably why I like Happy Tree Friends. Come here, guys. Yep, well, that's the end of that. That's a pretty damn good score. gonna play one round of Pac-Land, and then that's it for Pac-Man Museum. And I might actually end the stream sometime after that. So, there is a stage in Smash Bros. Based on Pac-Land that everybody hates because this is a hideous game. But it's actually really fun. It just looks ugly as sin. It looks like it was made in Microsoft Paint. I don't know why they didn't just keep this hat with Pac-Man, because it actually looks nice on him. I think it was a dick shitter playing music again. And I think I have something in my eye. Yeah, I don't know why they just took it off him. Oh, that was close. Yeah, too much swag. There's apparently a warp glitch you can do that one of my friends discovered. He just walked into a tree trunk backwards, and he just warped to one of the later stages in the game. Hey there, Den. Lex Den. Buddy. It's funny you joined now because I was actually talking about ending stream, but I might actually go for a bit longer. I haven't really decided yet. Yeah, I'll probably go for a bit longer, actually. I can find a few more games to play. Alexa, this is the stage, or the game that the Pac-Man stage in Smash is based on. Just go away. Thank you. The worst stage in the game is Palutena's Temple. Actually, no, Great Cave. No, it's both Palutena's Temple and Great Cave Offensive. Give me that. Oh dear. I don't like New Pork City though, so I'm gonna have to disagree there. Oh, that's bad. Alright, you know what? I'm going this way. Remember, when you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. I can just jump as many times as I want, and there goes all my momentum because I stopped. Well, we have an Amazon Alexa now instead of cable, and on the Discovery Plus service we have, they do ads for Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures because I guess it was on the hub or something at one point. I actually found out what that show is about. The lore of Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures is wild, and not in a good way. Pac-Man is essentially the last surviving Pac person, because there was a war that broke out, and all the other Pac people, the ones who were against his side in the war, turned into ghosts. And he can do really weird things with his tongue. It's uncomfortable. Can I make this one? The answer is yes! Alright. Yeah, war never changes. I should have had Ron Perlman narrate Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. Oh yeah, that does kill me. Good to know. I've never gotten this far before. Oh, those are solid from the bottom. Okay. Why? Oh my... I gotta get a full running jump or else I don't have any fucking height. Oh, that was close. That did not look like it should have worked. God, fuck. Oh, I'm alive. Yep. I knew it. Yeah, Pac-Man isn't actually all that bad, honestly. It's just ugly as sin. Oh, excuse me. Did I get anything? Oh. God damn it, I was so close. That was my best run of that, though. So, that's it for Pac-Man Museum. Let's see. What else can I play? Decisions. A lot of options for the retro category. I don't feel like I'm going to change my stream title or anything, so... Could always play more Castlevania. Do either of you want to help me pick? If I'm playing a game like Doom or whatever, I probably should actually change the stream title. So, I'd rather not change the stream title if I don't have to. Some of these collections do have a bunch of games, and I have an entire folder full of arcade games that I'm not even looking at. Yes, Doom is retro. I'm just not sure if I can keep the category like that. I also don't know if I want to broadcast my Doom gameplay just yet. But, like, I have a ton of arcade games. Like, a ton. Ooh, there's Magical Drop. Well, I guess I could just change the stream title for something. Every time I've, wait, go back to the last folder. That'd be, the arcade folder. So these are all arcade games. Got Bubble Bobble, Burger Time, some Capcom collections. I bought Shack and Pop today and it fucking sucks. Donkey Kong, Dragon Spirit, Dragon Buster. I don't like Dragon Buster. Double Dragon, Fantasy Zone. Ikarga, King of Fighters. Magical Drop's good. Punch Out. Rally X, Robo Army. Sky Skipper. These are all just different arcade games. I like arcade games. They're fun. I suppose I could... Is that one at the very bottom? Which one? This one? Zero Team? That's actually a really good game. I haven't played it in a while. Yeah. Well, I actually think I know what I'm going to play. And I will need to swap controllers for it real quick. I'm going to open up Genesis app, which is here. I'm going to play some Genesis games. I think my controller is charged. So I actually have the Genesis controller. And for some reason, it's a controller that is 3-button in the US, but 6-button in Japan, even though the 6-button controller originally released here. And I think you two deserve a treat. I'm going to play Zero Wing. Specifically for the intro. Because I am so happy I got to actually see this. In AD 2101, war was beginning. Captain, what happened? Somebody set up us the bomb. We get signal. What? Main screen turn on. It's you. How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. You are on the way to destruction. What you say? You have no chance to survive, make your time. Ha 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 ha. Captain. Take off every zig. You know what you doing. Move zig. For great justice. Oh my god. JC, a bomb. Namco. By the way, this is what happens when a bunch of Japanese game designers are forced to localize a game themselves despite not speaking English. So, I bet you didn't know this was actually a shoot 'em up. It's not a very good one. Yeah, I didn't know it was a shoot 'em up before I played it. Oh, dang it, I died. This isn't even, like, close to one of the better Genesis shoot 'em ups either. Oh yeah, this is also one of those shoot 'em ups where if you touch the edge, you die instantly. Because you only have one hit point. And it counts as damage for some reason. Oh, dang it. I died again. I don't have any lives left. Oh, dear. I might game over. How sad. Whoops. Game overed. Guess it's time to stop playing Zero Wing. Yeah, fuck that. Where's the... There we go. So there's not a whole lot of games in the Genesis app yet. Oh, I didn't even see the game over text. What did it say? So I don't know how much experience you guys have with Genesis games. Echo the Dolphin is an enigma. It is a beautiful game, but it's also fucking creepy. Yeah, it gets really, really weird. I've never actually seen the scary stuff in Echo, but it is a surreal experience. It's like really, really unsettling. I have been wanting to play more of it. I'm worried it'll set off my thalassophobia. Normally 2D games don't, but Echo definitely does. Oh yeah, there's a whole thing about aliens. Especially in the second game. It's wild. I'm not gonna play it right now because I have no idea what I'm doing in it, and it would just be me bumping into the walls of the ocean for like an hour straight. The Imperium of Man. Is that a reference? Oh god. Ugh, I'm tired. Yeah, 40k. Or Warhammer. What am I feeling? I'm feeling Castlevania Bloodlines. I actually own this on an actual cartridge now.
So, you like to play Castlevania?
I don't actually know if that's what Psychomantis sounds like. I just know that's what Egoraptor did the impression of. Fucking Flash animations ruined me when I was a kid. So, I'm playing as the secondary protagonist of this game. The main protagonist is named John Morris. He is an heir to the Belmont clan. And wields the Belmont's vampire killer whip because the Belmonts have disappeared. He would eventually have a son. So, John Morris named his son Jonathan. And Jonathan is the protagonist of Castlevania Portrait of Ruin for DS. And Portrait of Ruin is pretty damn good. I'm currently playing as Eric Lacard, who is kind of just easy mode because he has a lot of extra moves over John. He is the better character overall, anyways. Eric Lacard would eventually have twin daughters, who are the secondary set of playable characters in Portrait of Ruin. And also, from what I remember, Jonathan's partner, Charlotte Aldwin, is actually a descendant of the Belnades clan. And it was Sypha Belnades who married Trevor Belmont and kind of sort of kicked off the Belmont clan that we've seen in the games. Basically, all of the magic users in the Castlevania series are related to the Belnades clan. Oh, yeah, John Morris was born in Texas. Which is weird. Because it's not where most of the Belmonts were from. I don't know where Eric was born. God, I am fucking craving a sandwich right now. I haven't had a sandwich in a while. Well, I am most definitely not finishing this on stream. This game is hard, and I do not have the route memorized yet. So I game over very easily. And unlike Super Castlevania 4, this game does actually have limited continues. You may have noticed I was in the options menu when I started. I set myself to have 5 lives so I can actually finish the game on a single continue. Or with my limited continues. But this is one of the better Castlevanias, and it's one of 2 Castlevania games to be available on a Sega system. The only other one was Symphony of the Night, which had a Japan-only Sega Saturn version. Excuse me. Yep, I figured. Yeah, I haven't been having much in the way of luck with Castlevania games lately. I've been dying left and right. I actually probably will call it quits after Bloodlines. Because I need to eat again. And I need to make sure I go to bed at a good time, so I don't want to be kept up by streaming. Because for the next few days, my parents are out of town. They're going to Wisconsin Dells to celebrate their wedding anniversary. And I need to make sure I'm up at a good time so that way the birds get uncovered in the morning at the correct time. Because pet birds do not like it when you change their schedule. It makes them cranky. So I will just play this until I game over. When I beat this game for the first time and I got to the late point in the game where you actually get to hear a theme of Simon Belmont, I literally popped off because I didn't know it was in the game. That's one of my favorite Castlevania songs. So this is one of those games that came out in an era where everybody was showing off all of the, all of the cool tech things that they could do with games. And this is actually the second Konami game to have a sequence like this, because Rocket Knight Adventures also has a level with Rising and Falling Water. So some of these games get a little cute with level design where they try to throw in all the cool techniques they learned. And this game does have some cool sequences in it. It doesn't have as many cool ones as Super Castlevania 4. Just because the Genesis is fairly limited hardware compared to the SNES. Because people think that Nintendo has always been about having weaker hardware, but that actually wasn't the case. Because, while the NES was behind other consoles at the time, it was just really easy to develop for. Yeah, well, kind of. It was always the case with their handhelds because of their philosophy with handhelds. But the SNES had probably the best sound chip of its era for its time, at the very least, because it was a Sony sound chip. And that's why SNES audio quality is so fucking good. And as I explained earlier about, it could do sprite rotations and scaling, and it could do Mode 7. The N64 was the first proper 64-bit console. The Atari Jaguar is 64-bit, but there's a lot of debate over whether or not it actually is. The N64 was actually 64-bit, and it actually had a rudimentary form of anti-aliasing, which the PS1 didn't have. It didn't have the vert jitter that the PS1 has, which is where 3D models looked like they breathe, which developers hated, and there was nothing they could really do about it. And the N64 had absolutely insanely fast load times. They were basically non-existent. And the GameCube, while it wasn't as beefy as the Xbox, it actually was pretty damn powerful when it came to rendering, because it was capable of rendering hundreds of little characters doing unique things all at once without affecting the performance. And Pac-Man is probably the best example of that. With the Wii, they basically just repeated the GameCube hardware. And the tech was all about the motion controls rather than the specs. Which paid off with the casual audiences. But the problem is that it made a lot of Wii games suffer as a result. Because the majority of Wii owners did not buy a lot of Wii games. They bought Mario Kart, Wii Sports, Wii Fit, Mario Party, and maybe Animal Crossing. That was it. So games did well if they were on the Wii, but not for very long, and most of the more traditional gamers just weren't using the Wii. Hell, when I was in high school, I didn't have an Xbox 360 or a PS3, and Laxton will probably remember this, but I was going all in on the Wii because it was the only new console I had. And Laxton was actually one of the only people I knew who was also big on the Wii, as compared to everyone else. And I think that's part of the reason why we got along so well, that and Steam. I don't know what I'm really talking about. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm also dead. I got my Wii in 2007, I believe. But I didn't get a PS3 and 360 until 2013, after I already had a Wii U. Because I got the Wii U at launch. And then I got the 360 and PS3 at the same time the next year. I'd like to kill these guys. So I got 2 lives left. As soon as I game over, I am ending stream. And that is going to be probably very soon-ish. Bought a 360 in like 2014 or 2015 or something weird like that just because I wanted to replay the Halo series. Well, now. I still need to finish my playthrough of the Halo series. I'm still on Halo 2. Oh, thank God he unloaded. I don't remember when I actually got the PS4. I think it was 2016. And then I got a Switch when it came out. It was PS4 2015. I genuinely don't remember. God damn it. I never got an Xbox One, but I definitely got the Switch in 2017 because I know that was a day one purchase. I was like so excited for it because it was such a cool idea for a console, and now it's my most played console. I think it's safe for me to jump now. All I know is video games. You hear about video games? Is this the level I think it is? It is the level I think it is. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy. I am probably going to game over very soon. Video games are bad. They make you mad. Shout out to when I jokingly said games are bad, they make you mad at or on a forum for Postal 2, and some guy didn't realize I was referencing Portal 2 despite the fact that not Portal 2, Postal 2, despite the fact that it was a Postal 2 forum, and he angrily replied that games are not bad, they do not make you mad, and all sorts of other stuff, and I was just sitting there waiting for him to just run through his spiel so I can ask him if he actually played Postal 2. I don't want to be back here, game. Yeah, I know. It's literally one of the very first things you do in the game, and he somehow didn't pick up on that. Like, I don't think it's possible to have played Postal 2 and not know about that. The only way is if you don't even do the first fucking mission in the game. It's so weird. Oh, he's dead. So, I'm going to be honest, I never actually realized this bit right here is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I have no idea how they got this effect to work because the Genesis cannot rotate and scale sprites. So there is some wizardry going on here. I am definitely going to game over very soon. Because I believe the creature is next. And he always gives me trouble. Alright. No, I'm thinking of a different level. I'm game overing very, very soon, actually, because this boss is worse than the creature. Assuming I can even make it to him. You ever just know in the game that the end is coming and all you're doing is prolonging the inevitable? Because that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm going to game over. I know it. Because that's exactly what happened earlier today as I game overed here. Oh, right. You play Dark Souls. I forgot. Winner, Dark Souls. If I miss time to jump here, I'm going to land right between these goddamn platforms. Yeah, I know I'm not going to get Elden Ring. The Game Awards is going to fucking suck to watch because Elden Ring is going to sweep. I just know it. Yeah, that's understandable. I'm going to die within the next 20 seconds. Because this boss sucks. Yep, there we go. Alright, well. Guess that's it for stream. I need to go get food. And I need to make sure I go to bed at a decent time. So, I'm going to end it here. Yep, we're up Eric Lacard. He was a good man. What a rotten way to die. I'm going to find someone to raid. I think I know who it's going to be. Yep. I know exactly who it's going to be. Just bear with me. Alright, I'm going to raid Cat Volts. She's a VTuber that I enjoy watching. She's playing Ace Combat, so let's go there. I will be back tomorrow with Clubhouse games.